Hello and welcome. I am a hotel AI expert, and I'm very pleased to welcome all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, to your online learning journey. We look forward to supporting your professional growth in this incredible industry. Now, have you ever wondered what makes you choose one hotel over another? Is it really just about the price, or is there something deeper going on? Today, we're going to unpack the Value Blueprint. It's our guide to what truly builds guest loyalty. This idea right here, it's really the heart of modern hospitality. You see, it's not just about selling a room or a meal anymore. It's about crafting an entire experience. From the very first moment someone lands on your website, all the way to when they check out, that whole journey is the product. So, what is it then? Is it the best price? The flashiest promotion? Well, sure, those things have a role to play, but the answer is a little more complex. The most successful brands out there, they understand that loyalty isn't something you can buy. It's something you have to earn through something far more powerful. Okay, let's dive into this. The real key, the secret sauce to loyalty, is something called perceived value. And this isn't about numbers on a spreadsheet. It's all about psychology and emotion. It is without a doubt the single biggest factor that decides how a guest feels about your brand and whether they'll ever come back. And what's so fascinating about perceived value is that it's a total judgment. It's not about one single perfect detail. No, it's the entire experience all wrapped up together. The quality of the service, how it made them feel, and maybe most importantly, whether you actually delivered on what you promised. And this right here really lays out the strategic choice every single one of you will have to make as a hospitality leader. You can choose to compete on price, sure. You'll get some short-term interest, but you'll always be vulnerable to the next hotel's discount. Or you can compete on value. You can focus on that total experience to build genuine, lasting relationships with your guests. So where does this whole process of creating value actually begin? You might think it's when a guest walks through your door, but it starts much, much earlier than that. It begins online where their expectations are first being formed. These 4 steps are your very first chance to start building that value. Your reputation, your website, your social media presence, it all works together to create an idea in the customer's mind. And what you're really doing here, at its core, is making a promise. And that is a promise you absolutely have to keep. You see, the goal isn't to overhype everything. It's to be clear, honest, and transparent. Because when you set realistic expectations that you know you can deliver on, you pretty much eliminate the risk of disappointment. A guest who knows exactly what they're getting is a guest who is primed to be satisfied. All right, so now we get to the moment of truth, the on-site experience. This is where all those promises you made are put to the test. It's where value is truly cemented in the guest's mind. And this happens through 2 very distinct but deeply connected pillars. First up, the physical stuff. This is everything the guest can see, touch, and experience. A spotless room, a comfortable bed, facilities that actually work. These aren't just nice-to-haves. They're the absolute baseline. They send a clear message. We care, and we pay attention to the details. But you know, a perfect room is still just a room. The second pillar, the human element, that's what breathes life into the experience. A warm welcome at the front desk, a team member who genuinely seems to care, remembering someone's name. These are the things that turn a standard stay into something truly memorable. Never ever underestimate the power of these small gestures. They often require minimal resources, but their impact is just enormous. Acknowledging a returning guest by name, remembering they like a certain type of coffee, that sends a powerful message. It says, you are not just a room number to us. We see you and we value you. This brings us to what might be the most influential piece of this entire puzzle, because at the end of the day, guests remember far less about the thread count of the sheets and far more about how the whole experience made them feel. And you know, one of the biggest drivers of positive feelings is simple reliability. Think about your favorite coffee shop. You go back because you know you're going to get a great cup of coffee every single time. It's exactly the same in hospitality. When a guest trusts that your service will be excellent every time, they can finally let their guard down and just relax. And that trust is incredibly valuable. Just look at the contrast here. When service is inconsistent, it forces the guest to be on guard. It creates this feeling of uncertainty, and it actually requires emotional effort from them. Reliable service does the exact opposite. It takes that burden away and builds a foundation of trust, which massively strengthens their perception of value. And that trust is what unlocks these powerful emotions. Feeling welcome, feeling respected, feeling genuinely appreciated. This is the real currency of loyalty. Long after a guest forgets the tiny details of their room, they will always remember how you made them feel. And here's the crucial point. Creating that strong emotional connection is also your best insurance policy. Let's be honest, no operation is perfect 100% of the time. But when a guest feels truly cared for, they are far more willing to overlook a minor inconvenience. The emotional quality of your response can become more important than the problem itself. Okay, so we've talked about managing expectations, delivering quality, and creating positive emotions. But what does this all mean for the bottom line? How do we connect all these dots and translate that great feeling into unshakable guest loyalty? Well, this chart says it all, doesn't it? When that perceived value is high, price suddenly becomes less of an issue. Guests who feel the experience is worth it are way less likely to go shop around for a cheaper deal. You're no longer competing just on price, you're competing on excellence. And here is the ultimate takeaway. Discounts and promotions might give you a quick boost, but they rarely create true loyalty. As you can see, the dominant driver of repeat business, by a huge margin, is a consistently high perceived value. This is what brings people back, time and time again. The payoffs here are just immense. Focusing on value builds sustainable, long-term relationships. It fuels the most powerful kind of marketing there is, word-of-mouth recommendations, and it strengthens your brand's reputation for years to come. This isn't just about good service. It's a powerful business strategy. So I want to leave you with this question to think about. As a future leader in this industry, what is the one single detail, big or small, that you will absolutely perfect to create exceptional value for your guests? Because mastering that one thing just might be the most powerful strategy of all. Thank you for your attention.